Good morning and welcome to America's Home Cooking. I'm going to do the liver and bacon. Now I've fried the bacon. I've chopped half an onion, a fourth of a bell pepper, a celery rib, about 3 garlics, and a tomato for the sauce, and a little bit of a hot pepper. That choice is yours to make. I poured the bacon fat out because I don't cook with it because I know what it is and it can harm the body. So I have my oil blend here. I'm going to heat it up. I did put pepper, and I used the discard culture, and we're going to see how it fries up. I have no idea. Like I said, this is an experiment. You just don't know. I figured that's a good place for you to learn, to see people that they do try things. It doesn't always mean it's going to work. But, to let you know, let's try. I know this one's cool. So I poured a little bit in. I'll show you. You can see how it's coated. And it is holding to the meat quite well. So we'll put it in the flour and we'll see how it fries up. I just put pepper. I didn't put salt because I'll put salt and seasonings into the tomato sauce when I'm done. But at least that coated very nicely. Look how nice that coated. So we'll find out how it's going to work. Okay, you're smoking. So we'll just see. You just don't know if it's going to come out nice or not. Because we can use this. There's another way of trying things. I'm always about experimenting in the kitchen to see what I can get. Some people are uncomfortable doing that, but you have to step out of your comfort zone. They frighten women so much that they can't do this and they can't do that in the kitchen. At one time, everything came through the kitchen. You didn't have to depend upon everybody else. Now, I cut the livers in half. Now, I'll show you. I'm going to have to get you back here because I've got everything here. Remember, I'm not cooking this liver all the way through. I can say it does flour up quite nicely. Yes, I deserve that. Just look how it's frying up very quickly. Isn't that nice how it's frying up? I didn't think it was going to come out that nice. A little more oil. really work. I'm beginning to think this might really, really work, which would be great. I know. I'm gonna burn myself. And I'll be mopping the floor again. I can't win for losing, but that's okay. Like I said, I'm going to make sure I stay in front of the speaker or not far from you so you can hear what I'm saying. The crust is a little more crunchy by using the discard culture, which was interesting. I didn't expect that. That flour will be saved. So tomorrow the only thing I'll have to make is the pasta, which I'll be happy about. It's interesting that it's so crunchy on the outside. I wondered if I just fried liver, how it would taste with this, you know, with seasonings added to it, of course. Now, I would normally take oil from there, but you see that smoking? That is not healthy. That was a bacon fat because that's all going out. I want that pot to be easy to clean. This goes here. We can bring you up closer here so you can watch what I'm doing. And listen, I know a lot of people don't like liver. Like I told you, I was one. I was the most adamant. I mean, if you wanted a cheering group for not liking liver, I was the biggest one. Now, I told you what I chopped up. I have it all here. Because I was waiting for something for the bacon to cook, so I said I'm going to go ahead and chop things up. But tomorrow I'll make the pasta and do what I have to do. I just have to finish up with the leftovers, and I will be done for the day. You get you closer. I wanted my sauce to be a little on the chunky side, so I did bell peppers like this. And I did my celery. I let one out without putting myself into a half moon. Now the hot pepper I put in, I was careful to only use like a third of it, because I know we're going to have to add butter. It's the only thing that cuts the heat out on this. And if you want to cut the heat out more, I have learned with curries, they serve ginger beer, in other words, a sweet drink to go with it. And they also serve a chutney, which will cut that heat down a lot. When I used my discard culture, I added about a teaspoon of pepper with it into the liver and let it sit for about 30-40 minutes while I was chopping everything up. I'll just leave this in the pot overnight because the weather is very, very comfortable. They're talking about that we're going to have an early autumn. If you all want to know, y'all, as you can see, my southern's coming out. If you wish to know how I got into modeling, I was actually doing schoolwork. I was sitting on the floor doing schoolwork, and I didn't know the people around me started sketching me. That's how I fell into actually modeling. Okay. I'm going to put some of the gelatin in that I cooked down. That will help our joints, which is very important. And I have some potato water, so I'm going to throw it in. Most people say put your seasonings in and sort of roast them and burn them. But I don't like doing that. I like mine to just simmer very nicely. This is tomato paste I'm putting in. I'll probably need some more tomato paste too. And then we'll add the seasonings, and then we'll add the meat and the butter in, because the butter's got to cut this heat down, or everybody's going to have a scorched throat. So let me go get those. I'll be quiet and not talk while I'm gone so you can hear me. I'll be back. Okay. This is thyme. Oh, oregano I'm running out of. I have to put that on my shopping list. Oh, I made a basil and chive dressing that was so good. I'm going to have to introduce you to it. It's just that good. That's oregano. Yeah, I put the whole bay leaf in. People take it out after they've cooked. They take it out. I just tear it up because it's good for digestion. If you have gas and stuff, this is excellent. This is usually what a lot of women give babies who have colic, because they suck, and you put them on that pacifier and they suck all that air in, and then they get that gas. But they suck because they want to be, you know, with somebody. They don't like being alone. I think with a hot pepper I wouldn't put black pepper. Yeah, I'm going to put black pepper in there too. I'll get the salt. And then we'll get the butter. I'm putting in 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, half a stick. butter melted. We'll get the meat in. Let's get the bacon in first. Oh, well, it's not going. It's too hot. It's still very hot. It'll all go in at once. Butter. Nope. Lose out on that battle too. That is it. Put the lid on this and you just let it cook now. And we'll see the flavor. We'll see tomorrow how did that culture go. I'll probably let this sit for about 15 minutes to finish melting the butter in it. Get you back over where you were. And that's a little different from the last time I made, and I used calf's liver this time. You could see it was more pale. It wasn't as red as the beef. The beef has a stronger flavor, so if you're introducing people to liver, it's strongly recommended that you use a mild liver so it doesn't, you know, give them that taste that they're overwhelmed with. And if you cook it with bacon, that bacon mellows it out. A lot of people don't think about that, you know. It's just like if you're cooking gizzards. Gizzards, you have to soak them, clean them thoroughly, but make sure that when you cook them, you get them thoroughly done and you have flavor on them, because if you just do it plain, I use the turkey giblet gravy. I take those giblets and I'll dice them up after they're done cooking, because they say strain them and discard them. I don't. I rip the meat off the neck. I chop up the heart, the liver, the stomach and all, and it's in my giblet gravy. And the boys have no problem taking it. And if I make chicken gumbo and I'm using a chicken, I take those gizzards out and I throw them in. I'll fry them up like I do the chicken, and then I'll sit there and I put it in, and it's in there and they eat it. It's there. I'm not going to waste the food. It's really good for you. So this is how you can introduce your children to liver and gizzards, by doing it this way, and they get the flavor of it. So then if you go to cook them, they won't be so upset because they've already had the liver. They said, ooh, I've never had liver. You said, well, you've been eating it. I make the chicken gumbo and it's in there. I make a chicken stew and it's in there. And I make a dressing and it's chopped up in there. And I make the giblet gravy and it's there. And they realize they've been eating it all this time. Then they can't turn their nose up because they were eating it. Anyway, you got to be quick sometimes in the kitchen, you know. You just don't know. But anyway, I want you to have a great day, because I am done cooking for the day, and I'm going to make a short video for, I have a lot of people who see the shorts and they're always asking me for the recipes, so I'm going to do a short to inform them that if you wish the recipes, you have to see the videos. The videos are longer because I give you the recipe. Anyway, listen, you take care and have a great day.